Okay, let's go.
Hey YouTube, welcome back to the Century Farm Organics channel. Alright, today is one of those days that I don't know if we know what we're doing. So we're out here and we're gonna try to burn these sunflowers. Never done this before. We've never raised sunflowers before. So here's our problem. We got quite a bit of broadleafs out here, not much grass, a lot of broadleaves in the track rows. Yeah, we just got kind of a problem out here. So we did start walking this field and it was too expensive for our liking. So today we're out here with, I don't know, probably Plan Z on all of the sunflowers. So because we've replanted this field once because bugs ate it, and now we are trying to do some weed control out here. But they look really good. That's part of the reason why I'm nervous. These sunflowers look awesome and we have a pretty good stand. Not that I know a ton about them, we're finding more and more out about them, but yeah, our track rows are just not real good. So today, me and Kyle are out here and we're gonna try to find out something new about them and how much heat they can take. We're told they're kind of like a cockaburr and we have a hard time killing our cockaburrs with the flamer. So we're gonna give this a go. I don't know if we're gonna do, well, we're gonna just burn the whole field. We were gonna do just a round and then come back out in the morning and see how they looked, but if we let these weeds get any bigger, the flamer won't even kill them. So
all right guys, so we're doing something we've never done before on the farm. Kevin probably explained to you how we're flame weeding sunflowers. So I'm going to catch you guys up a little bit on our sunflower situation. So I talked a lot in the first few videos on our channel about how we're planting sunflowers for the first time. And it's definitely come with some learning challenges, that's for sure. The other thing with these sunflowers, we couldn't run our rotary hoe because the growing point comes out of the ground. It's at the top of the plant, and we were worried that we were going to bend and break that stem and essentially break the growing point, which would break the plant. So we didn't rotary hoe, which is why we're having such difficulties with weed control in the row in just certain areas. Not the whole field is weedy, but we just have some really bad patches, which is what we're trying to clean up. We're probably going to go through the whole field with the burner, and yeah, we'll go from there. We'll get it cleaned up. I'm a little worried we might have fried this little guy. We'll see. So I believe the growing point is right there. I don't think we fried that, but as you can see on these big ones, we're doing just fine. Those sunflowers aren't hurt. He's going to be able to keep going and be just fine. The one other thing about sunflowers is they come out of the ground super sporadically. We heard that from our crop consultant, that they kind of come out of the ground whenever they feel like it. They're kind of all over the place, and it's compounded with some planter issues that we had still. And so, yeah, it just has made weeding very challenging. We're working through it. I don't know if sunflowers are an answer on our farm. We'll see how this year goes and make the decision then. We don't have to make a decision like that now. But I'll show you kind of what we're doing. I don't know. Gosh, I think he might have killed that one even. But so when we're flaming, this to me looks like a plant that we boiled the cells out of. One good way farmers say is you can take your finger, and if you see, actually don't see my fingerprint on that one, like right there. I don't know if the camera will pick that up or not, but you can see my fingerprint on that leaf, and if you get that effect on the weed leaves, you should have a dead weed. We'll find out like tomorrow. All these weeds should just be smoked. They should be crisped, but we'll find out. I don't think we're hurting our sunflowers. We're hurting the bottom leaves, but like I say, those don't matter. All we care about is keeping those growing points, keeping on going. So that's just an infield view. I wanted to give you guys an infield view. I'll give the camera back to Kevin and let him take back over. One other thing I wanted to say about sunflowers is we plant a super low population. So in corn, we're averaging at planting, we're across our acres, we're averaging about 34,500 seeds per acre. Soybeans, we plant 180,000 seeds per acre. And in sunflowers, we only planted about 21,000 seeds per acre. So it's very critical that we be gentle on these, which is maybe hindsight wasn't the right thing to do. Maybe we should have been aggressive on them, because it sounds like you can be pretty aggressive on these sunflowers. But we weren't, and we're conserving plant life because we don't have many seeds out here. I mean, you can just see, look at the gaps that are from plant to plant because of these big leaves. So that's just one thing I wanted to show you guys. Another thing that kind of went into a lot of our weeding decision making was how little of seeds we actually plant. But as you can see, when they have a lot of room to grow, when those sunflowers have a lot of room to grow, they can really grow. They put on some big fat leaves. It's kind of cool to watch. So this is a field I'll keep you guys in the loop on, but I'll give the camera back to Kevin and he can take back over.
I'm running about anywhere from 4.5 to 5 miles an hour today. The weeds that we did hit are the weeds that we can get the whole flame over the top of them. They're completely dead, whether we're running 4 miles an hour or 5. But the ones that we can't quite get over the top of with the flame will stunt them, but they'll probably come back. So yeah, just kind of a new experience. Flowers look pretty good. I mean, you don't plant a real heavy population. I think Kyle said he talked about that. So we're only planting 20,000 out here, and hope for, I don't know, 18 to 17,000 for an ending population, just because these are going for oil production. So, or they're going to use the flowers for oil. So
It is now Monday morning. Jerry and I are out in the sunflower field doing some scouting, seeing how Kevin did on burning, and we're pretty impressed with how it did. I know I was a little nervous about burning these. I know Kevin was. I haven't watched any of his recording, but I'm sure I'll be able to tell. But But it actually really didn't even set our sunflowers back any. So as you can see there, the growing point just keeps coming out of there, and they just keep growing. But look at our weeds. So those were all big broadleaves. So these we probably aren't going to be able to kill. We might be able to cover these up. But for sure we'll be able to cover all those weeds up. So that's kind of exciting. That's something we didn't know going into sunflowers, how good of weed control we were going to be able to do. We were a little worried, like I said, not being able to use our rotary hoe and things like that. But so far, it's looking pretty good. It looks like we're actually going to get really good weed control out here. I'll even show you some of these smaller plants. So right here, he burned everything about off of that plant, and that growing point just keeps on coming out. So that's really exciting. It's good to know for the future what we can and can't do on these sunflowers. It's good to know that. Helps with decision making, and we really cleaned this field up. So I'm really happy with it. I think Jerry's pretty happy with the results of doing that. But this is where I'm going to end the sunflower burning video. If you guys could, please like and subscribe, and stay tuned very soon for our subscriber goal giveaway. I think Jerry and I have come up with a good idea on how to get to our goals, and yeah, I'll let you guys know information on that either in the next YouTube video or on Instagram. So make sure you're subscribed here and following on Instagram if you're on Instagram. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.